I hit this guy from the top of the ropes.
Oh my god, oh my god! I know I shouldn't do it, but you are one shot. Oh, from the top of the ropes, it's the Noob King! Oh, that's unfortunate, laddies!
What is going on, guys? It's your boy Noob King, and today we got that Pathfinder guide I've been telling you guys about so much. First off, I just want to say thank you guys for all of the warm welcomes to Soar. I'm excited to be here. I am still shocked. You know, it's a dream come true, and I just want to say thank you guys for all the love and just straight out happiness you guys have showed for me. It means so much. But anyways, we are back, and we are back with that Pathfinder guide. My end-all be-all goal from this video in particular is just to make you guys a baseline more comfortable with Pathfinder, whether it be hitting a grapple to get into a fight, to get out of a fight, understanding some just the basic command, the basic things about Pathfinder. And there's a lot. I mean, from the distance of your grapple to how long it takes to get your grapple back, to hitting a fat grapple, as I like to call it, or fat grab for short, or hitting a short grab, or even pulling enemies to you so they can't run away from you while you reload your gun. There's just so much you can do, and I hope that this video helps you start to understand the basics of it. Here we go. All right, guys, so I have the controller cam on today because I want you guys to not only hear what I'm saying and trying to show you guys, but to actually see my fingers do the motions so you guys can understand them, go back and watch it, replay it, and just get to understand it a little bit better. So we're just going to start with kind of the basics of Pathfinder. If you guys are unfamiliar, this blue dot on the center of the screen that you guys can see is basically his grapple, right? So like if I tried to grapple this, it's not gonna work because it's yellow. But, and it may be different colors for you guys depending on how you have your colors changed. But anyways, as you can see, still too far, but if I go about right here, that is the furthest range for me. And that's about 19 meters, just about 19 meters. So you guys really want to start to understand where you can grapple at, because if you're running from an enemy and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I need to grapple, I need to grapple, I need to grapple, and like you have nothing to grab onto, you're going to start to understand why. But again, that's just kind of like the pre-Pathfinder. That's just like the very basic thing that you should know about him. Okay, so now let's talk about Pathfinder's grapple. Pathfinder's grapple is and can be used in so many different ways, whether it be to pull an enemy towards you, which, you know, this works in game. And if you guys watch me, you guys watch me do this often to people, to doing other things like hitting the fat grab, which we talked about earlier, which is when you pull back and you can see it's a bigger grapple, to even doing short misdirection grapples to where when the enemy is trying to attack you, you can change directions really quick, and you'd be shocked on how many times literally just hitting a quick grapple, and by a quick grapple, we're going to talk about this, just being able to pop up and then stop. That little up and down motion actually throws people off so much. So today, I'm going to show you guys how to do those grapples and more, and here we go. Let's talk about the fat grab. Okay, so what that motion is going to look like, as you can see on my hand, is we're going to hit the grapple, which again on my controller, I play on an Xbox controller, is going to be LB. So there's my grab, and at the same time that I hit the grab, I'm going to jump. Okay, so I use a paddle, which is this one for A. So what that's going to look like is I'm going to hit the grapple. At the same time, I'm going to pull the left thumbstick back. So you're going to see this thumbstick slide backwards, and then I'm going to push jump to allow me to get that extra bounce. So in quick motion, it's going to look like grapple, pull back, and jump all at once. And you can see that that's how you're going to hit that grab. And make sure that you guys are subbed to the channel. I have about 80% of you guys are not subbed to the channel yet. Would love for you guys to always be on top of this content, and also make sure you guys are following my other socials. They're in the bio. Leave a comment on what you guys thought about the video and what you guys need help with when it comes to playing Pathfinder. So let's talk about how to stop your grapple mid-grap. And this is a really important thing that a lot of people don't know, is that you can actually cut Pathfinder's grapple short by just hitting in your right thumbstick. For me, that's how I cancel it. Okay, this is my crouch. Some people it's gonna be B if you don't have your crouch set to that. And the right thumbstick is how you cancel it. So let's say like I was going up here, boom, and then right thumbstick is in, and that cancels it. That can be extremely important. Let's say you're about to full send something and you're like, oh man, oh, there's a team. And you know, being able to stop that on a dime is going to save you or put you in a better spot depending on what you're combating or what the context of your situation is. Thirdly, the misdirection grapple, as I like to call it, or the short grap. I do this often when I'm fighting someone, especially when someone's like right in front of me and I have no cover. And this is where you start seeing these small little things come together. So just like the fat grab, when you pull the left thumbstick back at the same time that you hit the grapple and the same time that you jump, you're going to hit the right thumbstick. Now we're seeing these two things that I showed you, step 1 and step 2, come together. And what you're able to do is you're going to pull back, boom, and then you're going to cut the grab. And what that does is, as much as it may not look like a lot of room, it throws so many people off because they don't know, they're not expecting you to do that. So if I'm fighting someone here, they're shooting at me, and I hit the grab, and then now I'm above them. Having to adjust like this throws a lot of people off. You'd be shocked. So we're going to call that one the short grab.
I got second. They're aimbotting too.
Wow, it's so fast.
So, fourth tip. Let's talk about how to get a maximum swing from Pathfinder's grapple. So, a lot of people struggle with understanding the motion of what it looks like when you pull your zip line. And you can actually kind of like crank yourself back in a sense. Like you can pull and build a little bit more tension there. That's a good way to start it. Or what I usually do, I mean, I do that sometimes just depending on what I'm doing, but usually I pull back and then I'm swinging the left thumbstick in the direction of kind of like a counterclockwise, kind of like if you're winding up to throw like a baseball overhead, or really if you're just winding up to pull tension on anything, like you're pulling and then you're rotating after that tension is released. So kind of like a slingshot. So you're going to think of your grapple as a slingshot. So you're going to pull back and swing with the left thumbstick, and that's how you're going to start getting that torque as you wrap around things or as you go to grapple things. And again, that's just another big tip for Pathfinder that a lot of people don't understand is very viable for him. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are now going to hit the fat grab with a jump at the end of it. And what that's going to help you do is get a little bit further of a bounce and make it harder for whether you're landing on an enemy or landing to get away from someone, for them to be able to track you with that last jump. So we're going to hit the fat grab, pull back, and at the last second, we're going to bounce right there. And that bounce is everything, because if you hit a good enough bounce, you can bounce again. And doing so would get you so much further than you actually intended, get you away from the enemies, and so on and so forth. And obviously, I'm going to leave that up to your situation. I'm not going to tell you when to do that. But if you can time this perfectly, whether you're going into a fight or trying to get away from someone, it is going to help you a lot. So you're going to pull back, send forward, and you see these bounces. The server's a little laggy, but you guys get what I'm saying. So that one's going to be called the fat grab and jump. What I'm going to show you guys now, which is Something that I do very often to people is I will break their shields and need time to swap in between weapons, which typically if I break someone's shield, they're gonna back off the fight, right? So I'll break their shields, I'll get them super low. Boom, I broke shields. Now typically the person's running, so what I like to do is as they're running, I pull them towards me, and usually I have a PK or a massive sitting on the end of that for them. No. Don't run for me. And it may seem like a very impractical thing to do because, oh, what if you get shot? What if you, etc. Like, anything can happen, obviously. But I tell you 9 times out of 10, this person cannot aim while they're being grappled. They don't understand what's happening, and it actually makes for some really cool plays. So usually I'll break the person, I'll pull them from an angle, and even while you're doing that, you can still move as you pull them. So, like, I've had times where I'm like fighting someone, oh, I can't do anything, I can grapple them, and you could actually pull them all the way over while still using this cover as long as you don't break the grapple. So if you're fighting someone, you crack them, you pull them, you can pull them all the way back to you. And you know, you see what I'm saying, how useful that is. So I call that one the Noob King special, and yeah, it's the Noob King special. Well, you know, this again is just kind of like some of the basic stuff, and I guess you would say that grapple right there to pull your enemy is a little bit more advanced, but the basics of Pathfinder I've shown you guys. I'm going to make a part 2 on this, but I'd like to know what you guys thought lacked from this video, meaning like you left out this and I needed to learn this, or what you want to learn in the next video for some advanced tutorials. So I hope this video helped you guys so much. I love doing this stuff again, so anything that you guys need help on, let me know in the comment section. I'm out. I love you guys. Go play Pathfinder. Tag me in your sick clips on Twitter. I'm excited to see you guys' pathy movement. And Noob Crew, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.